Hi, I'm Dr. Cora Bruner, and we're going to talk about sex right now. So this is an important topic to talk about with your teenager because now is the time during an adolescence when their hormones are raging and they're interested in being physically and sexually intimate with someone, and they can't, which is hard because this is part of the biology of being an adolescent, is going through puberty, separating from your family, and learning how to develop relationships with someone else that you ultimately love and want to spend the rest of your life with. And they can't. So what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to help your teenager through this time? Especially if they've already been sexually active. And how are you supposed to make sure that if they still are with a partner that they are having relationships with, that they're still on contraception? One of the problems right now is trying to get through your primary care provider because right now there are a lot of barriers. Let's say your teenager was getting their contraception at the teen health center at their school. No school's happening. Whoops. What about if they're going to a place where they're in a community center where they're having reduced access to teenagers? This is very, very challenging. And while we do know that there are many providers that are still open and giving contraception to teenagers, not all are. So how do you help them achieve that? Well, the first thing to do is to make sure that you can access your provider and make sure that they can get the contraception to your teenager in a safe, rapid fashion. One of the things we know about teenagers is they let things go to the very last minute. The other thing to know about is if there, as a lapse in contraception, that there are all pharmacies have emergency contraception available without age restriction, without a need for a prescription. So all of these things are important to know for you and your teenager. Also make sure that teenagers have access to condoms because sexually transmitted infections can also occur during this time and any time. And so it's important to have both contraception as well as access to condoms or other forms of protection against sexually transmitted infections.